What a day. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. Hope that you guys all had an amazing day. The one thing that I quickly want to recap on is where I'm at for the day with MSTZ. As many of you guys saw, I took profits on the original push up for MSTZ, which is the inverse ETF for MSTR. As MSTR sold off, MSTZ goes up 2x. I took profits as it was showing signs of lack of progress. Fortunately, it sold off, retested same previous support range. Literally, again, today I played it super simple. I started buying into the lows. It went back up to retest. It went to retest previous highs, got rejected, tested previous lows, added more as the reversal confirmed, and then ended the day at $8,700 on the day. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was a very simple and easy day. And honestly, money could have been made on both sides because although I went long on MSTZ, which is the inverse ETF, MSTR had a lot of oversold reversals that could have been bought up, right? From lows to highs, and then now it's testing previous lows. So we'll see how markets continue to trade, especially for BTC. In my opinion, it's still looking incredibly weak with the lower lows and lower highs. And I'm really excited to see if we can get another leg down to the lows of 65 to really instill a lot of fear in the crypto market. Because we all know that when Bitcoin begins to sell off, MSTR will begin to sell off even faster, right? That's the exciting part. On top of that, again, a few companies are reporting earnings this week. I want to make sure that you guys are aware. Palo Alto, which is ticker symbol PANW, was reporting earnings today, and it saw an 8.2% downturn during the extended hours. Not much of a surprise. The stock has been on a pretty decent retracement for the past few months, consistent lower highs and lower lows, now testing lows of 149. But if you look at it, again, technically speaking, on the much larger time frames, on the day chart, this kind of got me thinking. It's, if we have the opinion that markets are going to go higher this year, are you looking at buying the dip on companies on larger time frames that are kind of oversold? Palo Alto is just an example. I really don't care about this company. I'm talking more about those, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the Magnificent Seven companies, right? Microsoft has experienced a pretty solid retracement from previous all-time highs. It's down 28%. That's quite a bit. Like, let's not sugarcoat it, right? Amazon, from overall previous highs, we could see that again, this thing is down as of right now, right around 19%. Again, very attractive. I want to pull up Meta. Meta has seen a decent downturn from previous highs of 795. It's experienced about a 20% downturn. I wanted to ask you guys kind of what you think. I didn't want to talk about super speculative stocks today because I feel like if markets do begin to downturn further, speculative stocks will only crash harder, right? All the MSTRs, the Opendoors, all the bullshit companies that make no money, that just during, irrational markets, it supported irrational valuations. But as you can see that when markets begin to be uncertain, those speculative stocks always see the hardest retracement. We've talked about this even when markets were trading at all-time highs for moments like this. So when moments like this present themselves, we can kind of gather together and ask the question, hey, are markets going to recover as they often do? And if so, what are you going to do about it? Maybe focusing less. And again, I like to encourage beginners to avoid riskier trades, right? So maybe instead of focusing every single day on taking daily trades, what about, again, the bigger picture? Do you believe markets are going to recover? And if you do, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to buy into the dip into, these Mag 7 companies, or maybe something else kind of catches your eye or meets your criteria? What are you going to do about that? Again, we can't predict the future, but we can always create a plan of action that if markets do begin to recover, you have your 1, 2, maybe 3 different companies that you really want to invest in, that once markets begin to show that they're on the upside for a recovery, you can choose to take advantage of them, and you know exactly what you intend to do based off of the plan that you create now. So again, I wanted to kind of spark this conversation, not because I believe markets have to recover right now. That's not at all what I'm saying, but I think it's better to prepare than to be surprised. Asking the question, what do you then need these stocks or these markets to do for you to initiate a buy? There's no right or wrong answer. It's all based off of, what meets your criteria. Feel free to share your thoughts down in the comment section of what company you plan to actually invest in, or do you think that markets are going to sell off further? What are your price targets for companies like Meta, currently trading at 635? Do you think that 500 is possible? Do you think that 400 is possible? And what about for Microsoft? Microsoft is down 28% from previous highs. We're trading at 394, previous highs of 550. Do you think that we can hit lows of 350? What about 300? Again, there is no right or wrong because none of us can predict the future. The thing that I do want to remind you is that this Friday, not just the PCE report, but this Friday is supposed to be the restart of Trump's tariff decision. That will most likely bring some uncertainty and maybe a little bit more volatility into the market. But remember, it just means that you have to be more calculated, more intentional with the trades that you choose to take, or maybe you just stay cash, right? Because you're going to be looking out for those bigger moves. Remember, if Trump's tariffs are voted and deemed illegal, the U.S. will have to pay back the $300 billion that it's already spent in tariff revenue. And even Trump has said it himself, where we might not be able to pay this back, and it would really devastate our economy. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens on Friday. In my opinion, I think that they're just going to push it back, as they often tend to do. And I want to learn more about the tensions between the U.S. and Iran. It seems like things are kind of cooling off, but then I continue to see more posts that don't really support the case that things are cooling off. So again, if we do enter in any form of conflict, such as an attack or any form of war actions, that will inject more fear into the market, causing potentially more sell-offs, right? Investors beginning to de-risk. So again, very excited to follow up. We have a lot to talk about this week with a few big names reporting earnings, and I hope to do my part in keeping you up to date. Again, if you ever want to watch me trade live, it's the second link in the description down below. You can sign up right now and start watching me trade live as soon as tomorrow. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team, and happy Tuesday.